My awakening took me to the cosmos, had me thinking interstellar, supernovas, nebulas, and stardust. But in this planet we trust, wars, conflict, and ego. I envisioned throughout history fallen angels turning evil. Then I seen beautiful pictures of my people becoming free, moving regal, souls elevated to high places, living their true self.
Welcome to Inspire Freedom.
What's up, y'all? So I'm gonna cut right to the meat of everything. I started Inspire Freedom as like a vehicle to take people towards higher levels of freedom, either mentally, spiritually, circumstantially. Um, you know, basically to get people past whatever internal barriers they dealing with. And there's a ton of things. You got layers of trauma, you got layers of dogma, you got ideas that are planted in people's minds that they can't get past them ideas. You got belief systems that are keeping people in bondage. So there's a lot of different ways people are internally caged. Because this whole thing is an internal battle. What we see with the eyes is just what we planted in our mind. So whatever we've been watering and soiling and planting in our mind that's been growing, eventually we see it out here. And the only difference down here, manifestation is real, but the only difference down here on the planet Earth is time. Once you create it up in this space, up in this space, it's got to process through time down here. So people are living out whatever experience they have in their head. They're living that out. They're living out whatever ideas or belief systems that they're carrying up here. And they see that in fruition in their life. And as much as they may dislike what they see, the external suffering that they're experiencing is starting up here somehow, some way. And with Inspire Freedom, like I said, this is to be used as a vehicle to help people break through these barriers. For myself, I had to break through tons of them. If I stop, I feel like personally, if I stop working one day, or I'm gonna go back to a lot of my old patterns, a lot of my old ways. So for me, I've become kind of personally obsessive with learning and educating myself, and just to dig into what we're going to be discussing over this Truth series. This Truth series is going to be about basically cutting through deception. For us to even start to talk about freedom, we have to address certain levels of deception out here in society, culturally, and deception is that that we're fed, that we take as truth. And to be honest, this may hurt some people's feelings. It may break their current belief systems. But everything I'm going to talk about is facts. And trust me, I do my research thoroughly. And not only that, I have a high level of discernment. And not only that, I am a person that's very connected to his soul. On a spiritual level, I can be what you call a seer. So this Truth series is gonna be. This Truth series is not gonna be for the sensitive. This is not gonna be for the sensitive who are okay, who are in a box and they're okay with that box. This is for people who feel boxed in and they don't relate to the information they've been given. They're seeking more information, they're seeking clarity, and they're seeking for something that makes sense. This Truth series is for people who are willing to go into the unknown, willing to discuss topics that may be sensitive. So if you're the sensitive type, this series is not for you. And I'm not gonna say you can't get to freedom. Many people have made it to freedom with delusions, and eventually those delusions can be shattered, and then you have to start from ground zero again. But this is for people who want to cut through all the bull crap and they want to know the truth. And I was one of those people. I was a person that really didn't feel like information I was given was connecting. I don't feel truth is something. When you get truth, you should still be in conflict. So with my upbringing and system structures or whatever I've been in, I felt like, what I was supposed to receive as truth still had me in heavy levels of mental conflict, and it even put me in barriers of taking me away from being my true self. And what is life if we are unwilling to move towards moving and living our true self? It doesn't even make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me where we have systems and structures that move us into being more deceptive of who we are. It doesn't make sense that I'm taking in belief systems or something that move me into being not me, moving me away from me, moving me into being something that I'm not, something that does not support what the true me is, and like I said, there are barriers out here and we're going to break them. This true series is going to be, this has been something that been on my mind and I've been wanting to do, but I even had to get past my own internal barriers to be boisterous and mentally committed to speaking up about certain things, because like I'm gonna tell you like, ignorance speaks the loudest. So whenever the truth is trying to make its way through, ignorance starts speaking louder because most ignorance, it's boxed in. People are boxed in with their own ignorance and they are afraid to take in anything else. They are afraid. We have seen this through history. Like when people come speaking new ideas, people get riled up. People are ready to kill about their current beliefs, current knowledge. People are scared. But fear doesn't break us into freedom. So, like I said, Inspire Freedom, I'm going to represent the channel, I'm going to represent the brand, I'm going to represent my journey, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to hear the truth, you're going to get it here. And this is where we're going to start at. So, that's all I had to say. I'm going to holler at y'all until next time.